Fanfic Corner, presented by Jennifer. How Mommy and Daddy Met. It was bedtime, and Callum and Rayal were tucking in Prince Harrow and Princess Kayla into bed. Mommy, Daddy, can you tell us this bedtime story? Kayla asked. Okay then, Rayal said. What story do you want to hear? Callum asked his kids. How you and Mommy first met, Kayla said. Yeah, you never told us how you two met, Harrow said. Okay, it all started when a group of Moonshadow Owls plotted to assassinate your grandpa, King Harrow, and your uncle, Prince Ezrin, Rayla said as she started the story. I snuck into the castle trying to find Prince Ezrin to prove to my leader, Ruan, that I'm still an assassin, that justice will be served because earlier that day I spared a human patrol guard, Rayla continued. I just left the throne room after meeting with my dad for the last time, and while I was walking along the hallways, your mommy was sneaking behind me. I looked back and I got scared. I told her that she was one of them, one of those Moonshadow Elves assassins. But I can't say it properly to her because, as I said before, I was scared, Callum said. Your daddy thought he didn't like my ears. But he said he did. He was only scared of my two swords, Rayla said. Mommy told me she was looking for someone. I told her if she checked back there while she was distracted, and while she was distracted, I pulled the curtains down on her and ran away, Callum said. Only for me to get out of there with my two swords in a matter of seconds, Rayla replied to Callum with a smirk on her face. I pushed an armor down and alerted two of the nearest guards to slow her down. But she avoided the falling armor and swept the leg on both the guards. It was so cool that I complimented her. But she got confused, so I continued to run away from her, Callum said. I tried to go to Viren's room to ask for some help, but Mommy here knocked me down to the floor, Callum continued. I told him of my targets, and he tried to reason with me by saying that Ezrin did nothing wrong, and that killing him will lead in a cycle of revenge. He even lied that he was your uncle, Prince Ezrin, only for your uncle to blow Daddy's cover from behind a painting. Your uncle slowed me down by raising his pet glow-toad, Bait, to flash a bright glow in my face so he and your daddy could escape into Viren's lab behind the painting, Rayla said. Your uncle opened a combination to Viren's lab, which took him a month to figure out the combination, only for Mommy to follow us and easily open it due to your uncle leaving jelly handprints on the painting's frames and stones. I told your uncle to wipe his hands after eating persimmon jelly tarts to prevent making a mess or leaving tracks, and he started to listen to me after that incident, Callum said. I saw all the disgusting things Viren used as his ingredients for his spells shelved up there, and I thought Ruan was right about humans having no worth of sparing, but your uncle persuaded me to let him show us the egg of the dragon prince, who we thought was destroyed, but isn't. After that, your uncle, Daddy, and I went to bring the egg back to its mother, Rayla said. But we had to hatch the egg at the cursed cauldron due to it falling with your uncle over very cold water. On very cold water. I had to break Claudia's primal stone to release a storm because Zim has to be born in the eye of a storm, Callum said. After Zim hatched, your uncle, Daddy, and I traveled to Zadia to return Zim to his mother. Along the way, me and Daddy fell in love with each other and started our beautiful relationship, Rayla said. After we returned Zim to his mother, peace returned and brought the humans and elves back together. Ezra became king at a young age, and I learned more magic while Mommy became my royal bodyguard, and after many years later, I proposed to Mommy, Callum said. And I said yes, Rayla said as she interrupted Callum, and she said yes, and we got married. Callum continued the story as he laughed, and now she's the first elf princess of Catalyst and has 2 beautiful children. One boy named after his grandpa, Prince Harrow, and his little sister, who we named after mashing our names together, Princess Kayla. Callum ended the bedtime story by saying, and that, kids, is how I met your mother. Wait, hold up. Basically, you two met because Mommy was trying... Wait, hold up. Basically, you two met because Mommy was trying to kill you, Grandpa, and Uncle Ezrin? Harrow asked. Yes, that's basically true, Callum said. Wow, people meet in so many interesting ways, Harrow said. Same thing your Aunt Ellis said when she met your mom, Callum said. Oh, you're still the sweetest guy I ever met. I'm glad I met you, even though I tried to kill you and your brother and the king, Rayla said. Oh, come here, you, Callum said as he pulled his wife/princess into a kiss. Oh, that's such a sweet story. And ew, our parents are kissing right in front of us, Kayla said as she and her brother watched their parents kiss. Can you please just do that in your bedroom? Harrow said. All right, kids, now get some shut-eye, Callum said as he and Rayla kissed their kids goodnight. On their foreheads. Good night, kids, Callum and Rayla said to their children as they blew out the candles in their bedroom. Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad, Kayla and Harrow said before they went to sleep. Callum and Rayla had one last look at their children as they drifted off to sleep and smiled at them before they left for their bedroom. And